have you here at the 2026 NASCAR Hall of Fame induction ceremony. He is a man of many nicknames: Handsome Harry, the Bandit, Mr. September, and High Groove Harry. He's a humble man, but he could wheel a race car darn well too, winning 18 Cup races, including 2 Southern 500s, and he visited Victory Lane 21 times in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. He maintained his racing prowess into his 50s, holding the records for oldest driver to win a race and a pole. Tonight, he adds another name, NASCAR Hall of Famer.
Harry Gant had a strong work ethic, easygoing country charm, and blue-collar roots that resonated with NASCAR fans.
Harry Gant, he embodies everything that fans look for their driver to be a hero.
He was like a movie star. He's this good-looking guy, he's in great shape, and he had this a very approachable attitude and personality, and I think that's what kind of drew people to him.
People perceived Harry as a hero, as one of the gladiators, and not all drivers achieved that.
He was someone that commanded respect as soon as he came into the sport.
His movie star good looks, Handsome Harry, man, gosh, the women went crazy.
He had the personality, he had the talent, but he never let that go to his head, and every week he rolled into a racetrack, he was a contender.
From Taylorsville, North Carolina, Harry Gant built houses by day and race cars by night.
He really never considered himself a professional race car driver. He considered himself to be a carpenter first, and then he was a race car driver kind of on the side.
He was a craftsman behind the wheel who had success in the NASCAR Late Model Sportsman Series, finishing second in points 3 times.
Harry had made a living, made a good living, just running on Saturdays, just running Hickory, just running local tracks, and saw no need to have to race on Sundays. But an opportunity came up. An opportunity came up for him to move up.
Well, here's Harry Gant, one of the top rookie contenders for the 1979 season. He's not really a rookie in racing.
At an age when most drivers think about retirement, Harry Gant was just getting started.
He was a rookie in the series at age 39. That's when most drivers are talking about retiring today.
When he ran for Rookie of the Year against Earnhardt and Terry Labonte and all that crew in '79, Harry was a driver that was from my dad's generation. Harry was born in 1940. He was a driver from that generation, so he was that throwback driver. And I think a lot of fans latched onto that. They were like, oh my gosh, this is another Cale, this is another Bobby.
Then, in 1981, came a partnership that brought a touch of Hollywood flair to NASCAR's working-class heart. The Bandit was born.
Harry Gant has a lead in a car that is owned by Hal Needham and the well-known entertainer Burt Reynolds.
You look back at that time, and I don't know that we realized what that meant for the sport. But to bring in someone like Burt Reynolds and stuntman Hal Needham to pair it with Harry Gant, it was awesome.
They just had the cool factor. That's all there was to it.
And after 10 second-place finishes, Harry Gant, behind the wheel of the Skoal Bandit, scored his first career Cup Series victory at Martinsville in 1982.
Harry Gant takes the checkered flag to win his first Grand National stock car victory in over 100 starts.
From 1981 to 1985, Harry Gant was more than a contender. He was a force.
Here he comes up toward the outside wall. Harry Gant bearing down on the stripe and takes the checkered flag. Your winner of the National 500.
4 top 5 seasons, a runner-up finish to Terry Labonte in 1984, and that same year, a defining moment at one of NASCAR's crown jewels, Darlington.
When you think about the places that Harry went on to win in the Cup Series, were much like the places that he excelled running the short tracks and honing his skills. When he got to the Cup Series, he immediately took to Darlington of all places.
And there it is. Harry Gant has won the Southern 500 for 1984.
Everyone certainly took notice when Harry Gant made history at Darlington in September 1991. At 51 years of age, Gant wasn't supposed to be making history, but that's exactly what he did.
We've always won 1 race a year, and I said, it's time we kind of move the needle here a little bit. I said, we need to start proving how good we are.
Harry Gant wins the Southern 500.
And it's Harry Gant flying to victory, 2 in a row.
Baseball's got their Mr. October. We still got our Mr. September.
Checkered flag, Harry Gant, 3 in a row.
By the time you win your 4th one, everybody's now really looking over their shoulder, and so how far can you go?
We have seen history made here this afternoon, and what Harry has done. Here it is. Gant wins the Goodies 500.
I think everybody was ready to just give him the championship trophy and go on home and start the next season over again. That was something incredible.
If you want to add another exclamation point to it, he won the 2 bush races that he entered in September and the first one he entered in October. So he won 7 races in a 5-week period, and 7 out of the 8 that he had entered.
Well, our congratulations to the old man, Harry Gant, who played it smart and it worked out for him.
His final career win came at Michigan in August 1992 at age 52. He remains the oldest winner and pole sitter in Cup Series history.
He was a little bit of a freak of nature, mentally and physically, and that's the reason that he was still able to win those races.
In 1994, the Bandit took one last ride. He stepped away with 18 wins at NASCAR's highest level, 21 more in what was then known as the Busch Series and the 1985 IROC Championship. Harry Gant didn't defy time, he simply outran it.
To induct Harry Gant into the NASCAR Hall of Fame, please welcome Kyle Petty.
It is now my honor, on this, the 23rd day of January 2026, to present the NASCAR Hall of Fame inductee ring and officially induct my friend and my hero, Harry Gant, into the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Harry Gant. Come on up, bud.
Well, thank y'all all for being here tonight. I tell you, it's been a great honor to be in the Hall of Fame here today. And thank you for this ring I finally got for the Hall of Fame. And thank you for NASCAR and the France family for getting us a Hall of Fame like this, and giving us a good place to race our cars and make a living with it. And like to make a statement here and there, I'm just part of 2 separate generations of racers with the Sportsman Series. We had a lot of people helping us, and we got some of my drivers, mechanics from the first Sportsman days out here. Congratulations to Kurt Busch. I raced to get him, and I guess raced again Ray Hendricks too. So I go back a long way, and I'm glad that this all worked out good for us today. And I'd like to thank the fans for voting so long for me and really staying date for telling me all the time, you know, that maybe I was going to get in here sooner or later. But I'm proud of everybody that voted for me and took the time out to really take a lot of calls. When you go out to eat, there's somebody come by and say they voted for me. They voted for me. And I was really in company with 2 great drivers here today, and in the Hall of Fame here with drivers, and I was real fortunate to be able to race with the very first bunch of drivers in the and they're in all the Hall of Fame now with Cale Yarborough, David Pearson, Richard Petty. I raced with all of those people on the racetracks, and then I come on into older driver in NASCAR and all the younger people which are racing in there now, and then down the road they're going to be in the Hall of Fame this way too. And I got my family out here with me tonight, and some of my mechanics, Richard Mash, Danny Preston, all been with through all the years with our number 77 car. We had people sponsors a long time. We had a long-time sponsor, Montclair Furniture Company in Hickory over there. And then Ken Sigmund's, if I got to mention Ken Sigmund, Andre Tigg. Some of you people know some of these people, and Cheryl Green, and the people that's involved. It really helped a lot to have somebody like that that really loves racing and will be able to help us out. And Jack Ingram was one of the instigators. He was older than me, but we built the same, got the same engine, and I raced with Butch Lindley, my good friend Butch Lindley. And this Butch Lindley used the same engines that I used with Ben Barnes and Jack. We all raced with the same engine, so we had a long run with them there and enjoyed it all the time we was racing. And had some of my people has left now, Elvin Rector, Richard Mash, a good friend of mine, he's still here yet, Billy Abernathy, Danny Presnell, and we had Wayne Bumgarner there, Alan Flowers. We had a lot of people that was come by my shop or at my house and helped me at night to get things ready. And we had a good friend of mine down from where Randy Travis is from. And he had Tom Pistone to build one of them new Novas, and I was part of that. And we got together and we had a good team going again. And Pistone was a great help to me in getting the cars ready to race and things like that. He always innovated. He wanted to do this. He's never satisfied. He's never satisfied the way it was. He come to my house and we stayed there for one whole day. And we'd go to the racetrack and come back and go back to the racetrack and come back and change it and change it and change it. But somebody else liked my car better than I did because they stole it in Nashville, Tennessee. So I had no race car. And Jack Beebe, he come on board, and I did with him from Connecticut, and Bob Johnson and those guys. And we had a pretty good team going. We run good. We run real good there. But the opportunity to come up for me there to get with Hal Needham and Burt and Skoal, the sponsor, and I was with them 8 years, and then with I guess it's about the same amount with Leo Jackson, great people, and we was real successful with what the racing was with those people. But I had great people behind me and great sponsors, and that's all I can about say. I just thank all the people here today, and people like y'all, the one that got me there, come to the race, watch us race. So I'd like to say thank you for everybody that come by here tonight. And thank you very much for honoring me. Thank you.